Hi, I want to give you some good news. You've actually done most of the hard work of this class as far as creating projects. We don't have any more flyers to do. The brochure is done. The midterm is done. I'm almost done grading. I'll get there very soon, about 90% there. So there's still a lot of very interesting material that we'll be covering. So I want you to be able to take the time now to read it, to thoroughly digest it and reflect on it, and to do your chapter posts. So this week, that's all you have to do is reading and then doing your reflection. But also, I'm starting to lay the groundwork, or for lack of a better word, sort of prepare the soil for the branding project. I'll actually post the details of that project by Monday. But I want you to begin to think about who you are. What is your brand? What do others say about you or think of you as? What is different about you than other people? When we're talking about a brand of a product, you might have an iced tea like this that has a certain label and wrapping and designed element here and shape of a bottle. Well, those are all branding elements of an actual object. But we're talking about branding of a person. So it may be that your family is important to you, that you have a certain work ethic, that you have a certain passion for charity work because of things that have happened to your family or friends. There are unique skills and abilities and traits. Like maybe to you, it's always important to help another person, or it's important to be a good listener. So these things that are qualities that are kind of integral to who you are. So what this project will be in the end will be about 6 to 8 slides in a PowerPoint presentation that tell us about you. It's not due till the last week. It's our final project. I'll post details of the project by Monday so that you can see, exactly what's expected. But in a nutshell, it's 6 to 8 slides that tell us about you. So what I have posted for this week for you to review are some YouTubes about personal branding. These branding projects that they are discussing are more done to further someone's career, to make them noticeable to headhunters who are looking for executives to come into new positions, to clarify their own value for going out looking for another job. But they're kind of a higher level than what we're doing. I've done this project with my COM 300 class of undergrad students and evening students, and now you're the first online class doing it. But what we're looking at more is your personal traits. It's not so professional that you have to, take it to the level of something you'd be turning in for a job application. No, it's more personal. So because you're beginning to think about your brand. So this branding project will be, let me clarify, 6 to 8 slides. Usually people have a slide about their family, a slide about their goals, about values. Some include religion, if that's something they want to include, maybe something interesting about their background that fuels their passion. So it's 6 to 8 slides about you. The particular details will be posted by Monday. This is not due this week, but I'm just giving you an idea where we're heading. So this week, what you're doing is reading the chapters, and the chapters are good ones. One is on marketing and communication, integrated marketing and communication, which is the model of PR at many organizations, including CBU. We have a marketing and communication office. So marketing and communication sets the tone and the vision for a company. As you review the PowerPoint, you'll read this, that marketing and communication divisions kind of set what the image of CBU is. Years ago, CBU, on all of the materials that you'd see about CBU, you'd see a lancer, which was like a knight on a horse holding a spear. That was the kind of emblem of CBU. Then several years ago, a public relations firm, in conjunction with our marketing and communication division, came up with our new logo, which you've seen, which is the bell tower. In fact, it's on my card, or here's just an example of it here, and you've seen it everywhere, and that's become symbolic of CBU. But there's a lot more that's symbolic of CBU. When you go to the website, you see what appears as a Southern California campus with palm trees, and often when students come to check out the campus to come to live here as traditional students, they'll find others throwing frisbees or kind of walking around in sandals and relaxing, enjoying the nice weather here in California. There's sort of a kickback, but yet high academic standard atmosphere at the university. Definitely, Christ is the center and the focus of the university, and the Great Commission is really important to the university. And ISP and USP trips are planned and attended to bring people the gospel and to spread the word. So all of that's kind of just a description of part of the vision of CBU. It's just my take on it or how it seems to me. So as you read this chapter, think about strategic communication and how marketing and communication divisions within various organizations, they're in county, city, private industry, how they prepare an image of a company, and what are the how does that look? Just take that information that you read and think about how that looks. Like when a hotel has a certain ambiance or feeling to it, that begins with your phone call there to when you walk in the door, to the customer service you receive, to the atmosphere in the room, to the dining facilities. Everything carries sort of a little bit of this image if the marketing and communication division has done their job properly. Excuse me. So one thing that I think is so important for strategic marketing and communication is that research, action, communication, and evaluation are a part of the process of doing this type work. So first thing a PR person will do is research. Then they will act after that research and plan has been approved by the client. And they will communicate with the client to let them know how it's going along the way and evaluate once there's kind of a point that maybe you've decided after a month, we'll evaluate and see how this campaign's going, and then revamp it, research again, act again, communicate and evaluate. So it's kind of a give and take based on research. And I like that research element because you do need to know your audience and know your market. The other chapter you're looking at is crisis communication, which is very important too. It's also called issues management, where you have situations come up that a company has to handle. For example, the Wendy's escapade a few years ago where there was a finger found in the chili at Wendy's. How did the company handle it? They did their homework and found out it was a scam, and they handled it appropriately. The inappropriate thing to do is not respond at all. How did Tiger Woods respond originally when things started coming out about his reputation? He didn't say much, and that wasn't the best for him. But when you respond quickly with a spokesperson who has a well thought out message to give to the various audiences, that's the best way to handle a crisis or an issue. And you need to have your research done. You need to know the facts. So this chapter is loaded with information, and we all face situations like this. I happen to be one of those lucky people that I don't know why the Lord blessed me with this, but when there's an emergency, I become very calm. I can handle it. I can handle the stress. I can make the decisions, and I don't freak out. I usually become very calm, and that's the kind of head you need for PR, where you can think it through, where you can think, okay, what are the ramifications of this issue, and what should we do to cover our bases? Usually there's a designated spokesperson or a spokesperson office, and employees are told not to respond to the press. That's if there's a good strategic marketing and communication plan in effect. But please take the time to really read these articles. That's why I didn't assign that much else this week, because there's a lot of meat here. And then do your reflections and just start to think about your branding project. Who are you? Maybe make a few notes. We started this last week about what you would put on 6 to 8 slides about yourself that you would share with your classmates. I'm actually thinking of having us turn this in to a different site that's a SlideShare site, because we had trouble loading some of the larger documents. I apologize for that. It's just kind of when, as you're teaching an online class for the first time, these things come up. So I appreciate the grace that you've extended in working with me on this, but and your patience. But this time around, I'm looking for another place we can load them that we can all go to and see the PowerPoints. So I'll let you know on that. It may be YouTube. I've seen it done that way before, or it may be there's a site called Issue where you can load large documents and give permission to take a look, and there's no charge for that. So I'll let you know that when I post the details on Monday. But in the meantime, you're thinking about who you are, you're thinking about branding. Google personal branding. There's lots of PowerPoints out there. They're on YouTube. There are plenty, but also if you Google it, do some research on your own about personal branding. And just know that that's where we're headed. Read the material. I'm actually going to be out of the state Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I'll have my laptop with me. I'm at a journalism conference with students, but I will respond to you as quickly as I can. In the meantime, check over and see if you're missing any assignments and use this as a week to get caught up. And I'll be doing a YouTube by Tuesday of next week. So I'll be back to you again. Have a blessed week. Take care. God bless.